Good evening and welcome to this presentation of Chicago House Athletic Club Midwest Premier League action from DePaul College Prep in the North Center neighborhood of Chicago, Illinois, as the House hosts Chicago CZARNI Jasło in Midwest Premier League action. A humid but pleasant Saturday summer evening here in Chicago. CZARNI Jasło come in with 2 wins, no draws, and 1 loss. Chicago House an even 1-1-1, 1 win, 1 draw, and 1 loss entering the evening. Of course, their year so far having been highlighted by their run in the U.S. Open Cup. A quick rundown of the starting lineups. First, for visiting CZARNI Jasło, in goal is number 1, Daniel Dominguez. Number 17, Zach Gamster. Number 23, Mike Szaflarski. Number 7, Lukasz Szczesniak. Number 4, Alex Gomez. Number 10, Marcin Keita. Number 9, David Szaflarski. Number 2, Anthony Marmolejo. Number 16, Jared Urueta. Number 19, Manuel Santiago. And number 15, Jeffrey Agboku. The head coach of CZARNI Jasło is Mac Orlovsky. Meanwhile, for Chicago House, in goal is number 18, Tony Halterman. The back 4 from right to left are number 7, Elias McLeod. Number 22, John Alzate. Number 2, Jack Kramer. And number 15, Pau Mateo Chacon. In midfield are number 27, Damian Iamarino. Number 14, A.R. Smith. And number 11, Georgi Spasov. And the front 3 are number 94, Damon Almazan, number 6, Jasper Waddington, and number 21, Daniel Hayes. House are coached by Matt Poland. Teams walking out to the center circle here at DePaul College Prep. A hotbed of high schools right around this area. Lane Tech you might see off in the distance just to the north on the left of your screen tonight. CZARNI Jasło in all white, House in all black with the orange and green accents. House having made lots of changes from their most recent game. Referees in red tonight. Beautiful night for soccer here in Chicago, and there's no shortage of games going on in the city tonight. Several Midwest Premier League matchups kicking off right now as well. Red Stars are in action down in Bridgeview, and the Fire are in action at Soldier Field. And we thank you for being here with us, though, for Midwest Premier League action as CZARNI Jasło take on the House. House, as usual tonight, will be captained by number 14, A.R. Smith. The captain for CZARNI Jasło is number 7, Lukasz Szczesniak. One of a couple a couple sets of brothers in the CZARNI Jasło organization. It'll be House to get us started, going from right to left. Georgi Spasov has the ball down on the center circle. Referee checking with the goalkeepers. Checks with the benches. And we are underway here at DePaul College Prep. House in possession to start things off here tonight. Near side at left back, that is Daniel Hayes. Knocked loose to the near side and just cleared forward by House. Headed back the other way, that header won by Szaflarski. And out of play for a CZARNI Jasło throw. Damon Almazan flicking that infield, looking for Smith. Smith able to find Alzate. Midfield, I'm not sure who's in 29 tonight for House. Have to double check that one. Elias McLeod is wearing number 29 instead of number 7 as previously thought. to the back post, and it's just beyond the run there of number 27, Damian Iamarino. Almost there to tap it in, but it was flicked away for what will be the game's first corner. Looks like it's Alzate over to take. House players gathered around the top of the penalty area. Out swinging corner into the middle. Heads go up, and a free header goes wide. That's Chacon, who had a very good look at that, the center back. But that chance for the moment goes begging. It'll be a throw-in on the near side for CZARNI Jaslo. Battled for back out there to Hayes. Looking to turn up the line for A.R. Smith as that pinballs around. Nice tackle there by Smith, or so it looked. Referee will say free kick instead for a foul committed against number 16, Jared Urueta. Mike Shiflarski sends it to his center back partner, Santiago. Shiflarski, who just graduated from Benedictine, played 35 games, starting 34 of them in 3 years for the Eagles. Turned over, Almazan, beaten to it, but gets it right back. Damon Almazan, tricky left winger, here down the line for the house. It's broken up, but falls to Alzate, whose touch let him down. Clearance was deflected, now in the possession of Santiago. This is Lukasz Szczesniak. Played his college ball at Lewis back in the day, but graduated in 2015. Previously played for RWB Adria in the Midwest Premier League before joining up with CZARNI Jaslo. That ball will bounce all the way through to Tony Halterman, the house goalkeeper in all yellow tonight, who, of course, was the late hero in the Open Cup win over Bavarians, making a vital save on what proved to be more or less the last kick of the game. Sent forward by Waddington for the run of Georgi Spasov. Spasov, first-time cross. Almazan won't get there. And clearing away is David Shiflarski. Only as far, though, as Elias McLeod. A.R. Smith. Back out wide. Here's Spasov again. Spasov Des Plaines, Illinois, native, as that's cleared the other way. And back to retrieve for House is Waddington. So far, it looks like it's going to be a lonely job at striker tonight for Jeffrey Agboku, number 15 in white for CZARNI Jaslo. 4.5 minutes in, and House have had most of the ball so far. Waddington. No pressure here as he goes back to Halterman. Chacon into midfield for the turn of Alzate. Here's Kramer, the right back on the far side. Flicked on there by Iamarino. A.R. Smith on the end of it, doing well to hold possession and bring Kramer into the play. That'll just evade Alzate. Loose ball was poked away temporarily by McLeod before it was scooped up by Marcin Keita. Santiago back for the safety of Alex Gomez, dropping between the center backs, the defensive midfielder for the visitors. Gomez, a rising junior at Triton College. Very strong Triton representation on this CZARNI Jaslo roster. Gomez looking for the crossfield ball and the run here of Keita. Halterman, though, right at the edge of his penalty area. That line is a little hard to see maybe, but we are working with the light blue lines on the field tonight. The red lines being for lacrosse. Also interesting to see that the soccer lines at this field are actually slightly shorter than the full 120 yards of the football field. Soccer fields don't have to be 120 yards in length, but generally on these dual-use fields, it's what you see. First chance, looking to run in behind there was Agboku. Well cut up by House, and A.R. Smith does well to control. He asks for a foul, and he receives the call. Infraction was committed by Keita, another Triton alum. 6 goals and 18 assists in his lone year at Triton. Absolutely dominating the league that season. Almazan. Chacon. Looking for the diagonal to the far side for Iamarino. Does well to bring that down. Iamarino, right-footed cross is blocked by Lukasz Szczesniak, and it will be a House corner on the far side. What an addition Damian Iamarino has been for this House roster this year, a former Canadian under-17 international. Has citizenship in the United States, Canada, and Italy, and was most recently playing in Serie D, the 4th tier of Italian football. Or Italian calcio, I suppose I should say. Alzate with the corner outswinger into the middle. Headed away first time by Gamster. Iamarino trying to run it down. Working to control there is Keita. And he's won himself a throw-in. Alex Campbell with you from DePaul College Prep here on the north side of Chicago. Thanks for joining me for Chicago House AC Soccer here in Midwest Premier League action. As Pau Mateo Chacon goes back for his goalkeeper, Tony Halterman. Distributing now for Jasper Waddington. Chacon allowed to walk all the way to midfield. He'll send this ball long. Alzate's making the run from midfield. Szczesniak did well initially to avert the danger, but stepping in to intercept again was McLeod. Before that's given back to CZARNI JASLO. Keita looking for the run forward of Agboku, but still the big striker without a touch in this match, and we've played 8.5 minutes of it. Spasov putting a lot of pressure there as this is played back to the visiting goalkeeper, Daniel Dominguez. Previously was a goalkeeper at Dominican in Division III. Gomez once again dropping between the center backs in possession. Good pressure there by Alzate. As House looked to force the issue even out of possession. That was almost a giveaway to Spasov. Nice awareness there by Gomez to flick it away at the last possible moment, as that'll be a throw for CZARNI JASLO. Taken by Gamster. Gomez looking to flick it on, but sent that right to Elias McLeod. Spasov trying to bring that under control, and it's kicked right off his face as Gamster tried to clear, and Spasov crumbles. Obviously no intent and totally incidental. It's unfortunate there for Georgi Spasov. His second year with House. Spasov quickly back to his feet, number 11 in black. And I think it's going to be a free kick rather than a header for a foul by Daniel Hayes. Can this be an opportunity for CZARNI JASLO to get into the attack? Yet to really have any possession of the ball in the attacking third so far in this game. It will be Alex Gomez to take, left-footed, swinging it all the way toward the far side of the field. Headed toward goal, flicked on, still up in the air. Keita trying to do it himself. Alzate hit it back toward his own goal, not once but twice. Is he going to get away with it? He is. I'm not quite sure what John Alzate was thinking there. I think any direction would have been better than going back toward his own goal, but it was last off a CZARNI JASLO player, and so it will be a goal kick for Tony Halterman. Halterman, who played at DePaul in Indiana over a decade ago in college, has played some indoor professional soccer a common feature of a lot of players in the Midwest Premier League. Several of them spend their fall through spring playing professional indoor, largely out on the East Coast. Flick on there by Iamarino. Spasov on the chase here for House. Good sliding challenge was put in there by Santiago. House win it back, crossing in. Almazan, first time left-footed. Way over the top. Would have been an impressive finish. It would have been impressive for him to even get that on target, let alone to score it. And it's a goal kick to be taken by Dominguez. CZARNI Jaslo looking to play out of the back, hitting this one long in the direction of Agboku. And finally, for the first time tonight, he's on the ball. Agboku cutting back onto his left, chipping to the middle, and it's just ahead of a teammate. Almost a great opportunity there, but CZARNI Jaslo will hold possession as Keita goes back for Gamster. Gomez. It was Anthony Marmolejo who scored in Jaslo's last game, who nearly was there for the tap-in. But Jeffrey Agboku showing how dangerous he can be with that ability to hold up possession and then take defenders on the dribble. Zach Gamster to take this throw, looking to launch it into the penalty area. Keita flicking it back to the middle. Having his sights on it there was number 16, Jared Urueta, but it was cleared away by House before he could have a swing at it. 13 minutes played here in this first half. Throw in by Daniel Hayes for House. Spasov looking to hold things up. He is fouled by Mike Shaflarski. Free kick for House right at midfield. Waddington launching this ball down the far side. Kramer, the right back, had made the run. He gives a thumbs up for the attempted pass. Throw in for Lukasz Szczesniak on the far side. Well done there by Kramer to win the header. Almazan leaving it for Smith. Nice combination. A.R. Smith will have a go with his left boot, but it sails high and wide. Couple of warning shots from House, but nothing more so far in this first half. Neither keeper yet with a save to make. Dominguez launching forward. Agboku got in there, but only headed it back toward his own goal. Spasov trying to leave it there for Iamarino. And is the offside flag going to go up? Well, it's not going to matter in the end, as Alzate never really had a chance at that one as it rolls through to Dominguez. Dominguez, who kept a goals against average under 1 in his collegiate career. Chacon clears. That's going to be an interesting matchup throughout the game. Agboku, noticeably tall and strong looking. He's got to be about 6'2 or 6'3 at least. And it is not a tall center back pairing out there tonight for House. The tallest man in the back line is Jack Kramer at 6'1" at right back. Chacon, Hayes, Almazan. Ball into the middle of the field. No one's there as Gomez will step up to take it away. He'll have a hit from distance, and you can't blame him given how little attacking opportunity there's been. But immediately, Marcin Keita turned to him and gave him a bit of a relaxed signal as if to say, I know that's an exciting opportunity, but if the other team's going to hand us the ball on a plate like that 30 yards from goal, let's be smart about this. Again, still no shots on target for either side. Nothing more than warning shots. Waddington. Flicked along the line. Iamarino trying to get there, battling with Lukasz Szczesniak. Shaflarski turning with it. A.R. Smith trying to break it up. Some space now for Urueta. Near side for Keita. Overlapping here is Gamster. Gamster right-footed cross toward the far post. It's flicked away by Kramer before it could fall for Szczesniak. And it's eventually out for a throw for House. Room to turn here for Elias McLeod, former University of Illinois Chicago player, given away by Almazan. And suddenly, CZARNI JASLO have some life, some spark in this match, taken quickly here by Gomez, looking for Keita. Hayes bringing it down. He's got to be careful. Shouts for handball, and the referee points to the penalty spot. It wasn't a clean touch. He was under pressure, Daniel Hayes, and he flicked the ball up onto his own hand. And I mentioned that CZARNI JASLO were just getting into the match. Well, now they have a golden opportunity to take the lead from 12 yards out. And it looks like it's going to be number 4, Alex Gomez, to take as he receives the ball from Marcin Keita. Gomez, one of those guys out there who has played professional indoor soccer. And he's one-on-one here with the veteran goalkeeper, Tony Halterman. It'll be left-footed from Gomez. Gomez against Halterman, and he scores. A good penalty into the bottom right-hand corner, strongly and well taken. And in the 18th minute, CZARNI JASLO take the lead. So after such an impressive and positive start for House, it's a self-inflicted wound that leads to a penalty kick dispatched by Alex Gomez, and the visitors have both the momentum of the last 5 to 10 minutes and the lead. If you're Daniel Hayes, you just got to shake that one off. Wouldn't expect House to change their game plan all too much. They've had by far the majority of the ball so far. But again, just as CZARNI JASLO were getting into this game, they are gift-wrapped the best chance so far, and they've made it count. Hayes for Almazan. Chacon. Curving it down the near sideline and unable to control that one. Difficult spot to do so for John Alzate. Just finished his senior year at Taylor University, Alzate, native of Medellin, Colombia. And that's going to be a foul committed by Agboku and a free kick for House. Referee wants the free kick retaken. He says the ball never came to a complete rest. Lots of House players streaming forward here. Lots of defending to do for Luka Szczesniak, and he did very well under pressure there from a combination of Spasov, Smith, and Iamarino. Kramer to take the throw-in on the far side. Iamarino flicking it just into a crowd of opposition players. But the clearance was well dealt with by Waddington. Hayes. Almazan wins the throw. Chicago House have a full 11 substitutes dressed on their bench tonight. Meanwhile, just 6 players in reserve for CZARNI JASLO. Hayes looking to knock that forward. Spasov applying the pressure. McLeod surveying his options. Looks to float this for Iamarino. That's a perfect ball, but the flag is up on the far side. Iamarino having gone just a moment too soon. Free kick taken by Manuel Santiago. Hayes calmly finding his teammate McLeod here. Almazan's on the run down the near side, but the ball will reach the end line before he does. So it'll be a throw in. A.R. Smith. Iamarino. Cutting inside, looking for Almazan. Cleared away by Gamster. Agboku, unable to initially control. But in the end, he's going to be fouled by McLeod. Agboku, again, largely a passenger to this game so far, but he has made an impact in brief spurts. Szczesniak, unable to find a teammate as that's booted into the stands on the far side by Jasper Waddington. Throw in looking for Keita. He's one-on-one with Hayes. Hayes, in the end, I think incidentally flicked that back to Halterman. Worked out well. Damon Almazan with some room now down the near side. Almazan through the middle. Spasov. And got the ball first, Georgi Spasov. Sliding challenge. We'll see a yellow card produced for Manuel Santiago. So Santiago picks up the yellow card. And CZARNI Jaslo, I think, are asking the question, if that's a yellow card, why was that challenge a couple moments ago on Agboku not one as well? But when you leave your feet that way and clearly only get the man, the yellow card is always liable to come out. John Alzate standing over this set piece opportunity here for Chicago House as they look to equalize. Seven House players standing at the top of the 18-yard box. Right now a three-man wall for CZARNI Jaslo. Will be changed to a two-man wall. Alzate does have Almazan short as an option. Could be a chance for Almazan to dribble in and shoot or pass if Alzate elects to go that way. Alzate will swing it into the penalty area. Heads go up, initially headed away by CZARNI Jaslo. Trying to work his way clear is Urueta. And in the end, he just boots it down the far side where it will be collected by Halterman. A little past halfway in this first half, 1-0 in favor of the visitors on an 18th-minute penalty kick from Alex Gomez. Down the far side, Kramer is racing forward, but doing well to track back and get in the way was Szczesniak.
Yellow card caution from the set to CZARNI Jaslo is number 19, Manuel Santiago in the 23rd minute.
Dominguez to take the goal kick. Flicked on by Agboku. Keita, Agboku again. Kramer there defending. Few players colliding, and Kramer briefly had possession before it was flicked back the other way. Agboku goes to ground. And now he's down Agboku in some pain, it looks like. Looks like it's going to be a house throw, I believe. But Jeffrey Agboku certainly taking no shortage of contact so far in this match. In the end, it will be a house free kick to restart play. Chacon dribbling his way into midfield. Alzate, Spasov, great first-time ball. Iamarino could be in. It deflects and goes wide. A vital, vital block made by Luka Szczesniak to send that wide of the target. Great quick passing by House, but in the end, it's just a corner. Have to imagine that Damian Iamarino's eyes lit up with that opportunity. John Alzate to take. Right-footed out swinger. It's in low and easily cleared right back out for a throw-in as it deflects off the assistant on the far side. Szczesniak once again doing the defending. House have not been able to produce off numerous set pieces already in this game. We'll do it all over again with another throw there on the far side to be taken by Kramer. In for Alzate. Alzate working with two defenders. A.R. Smith there. Smith along the end line, cutting it back. Blocked away. Alzate couldn't find it. Szczesniak now clears it as far as McLeod, but he gives it away right to Agboku. Could be an odd man rush now if they hurry. CZARNI Jaslo. Referee says no foul as that rolls through to Halterman. Game getting increasingly physical in these last couple of minutes. Agboku was down again there for a moment. This ball comes right to him, though, as soon as he stands back up. Keita. Gomez, the goal scorer, who's been everywhere. Defensive midfield, winger, center back. He's just kind of floating around and has the license to do so. Keita's made the run to the near corner. He'll just keep this in. Back for Gomez. Time to put it across. Drives it in low. Agboku gets a boot to it, and Almazan will boot it anywhere. And Agboku is sat back down again. And looks like he may have a more serious problem. And somebody's gotten off the bench. A couple of players have gotten up off the bench to get loose for CZARNI Jaslo, as it looks like Agboku might need to come out of this game. For anyone who tuned into the UEFA Men's Champions League final earlier today, we saw unfortunate scenes for Manchester City's Kevin De Bruyne, star of that team, having to be subbed out midway through the first half due to an injury. Teammates trying to help Agboku stretch out here, but generally when you see a player just sit down, that usually means their day is going to be over. Agboku gives a thumbs up to the bench, so I think he's going to try to continue at least for now, but we could see a substitution sooner rather than later for the visitors. As in this stoppage, the clock has ticked into the 30th minute. 1-0 for CZARNI Jaslo on a penalty kick by Alex Gomez. House took the moment to take an impromptu timeout. As meanwhile, you've got Keita, Gamster, and Gomez in an animated discussion here along the near touchline. It's going to be a drop ball, I believe. And I would expect House to just boot this ball downfield back into CZARNI Jaslo for possession, excuse me. Agboku, after going off, is going to come back into the game. We'll see how much longer he's able to go. As play resumes in CZARNI Jaslo possession. Manuel Santiago under pressure there from Spasov. Dominguez. Chacon winning the header. Flicking through into space. Almazan's there first. Almazan looking to squeeze it through for Iamarino, but it was well read by Szaflarski. And now we've got a runner down the far side. Opportunity here, cutting in on his right. Shot is gobbled up by Halterman. Shot was taken there by number 7, I think. I believe that was Szczesniak who was getting forward. Iamarino. Kramer's ended up on the ground. Kramer will launch this free kick forward towards Spasov. He's able to flick it on into the winning grasp of Dominguez. Gamster. That ball deflects and spins out of play for a CZARNI Jaslo throw in the 32nd minute. But stoppage time more than guaranteed at this point. I'd imagine we're already probably set for 3 or 4 minutes of it. Agboku chesting that one down for Keita. Keita with Hayes putting on the pressure. Szczesniak, curves it to the middle. Chacon away and flicked further by Smith. As Spasov collides with Szczesniak. And it's going to be a CZARNI Jaslo free kick. Gomez on set-piece duty once again for CZARNI Jaslo. Send this toward the far side, headed slightly toward goal. In the end, it's going to be Halterman who collects it. The offside flag was up on the near side anyway. Slight chance of rain here in Chicago tonight. We can maybe on your screen see some clouds at points off in the distance that do look vaguely like rain, but it's a frequent condition of a humid day along Lake Michigan. Waddington. House have not really been able to wrestle any control back in this game since going behind in the 18th minute. McLeod sees that pass intercepted by Marmolejo. Iamarino back helping out defensively. Kramer, the right back, with the nice footwork. Spasov is on the run, but the flag is up. It looked like it was Mike Szaflarski who was the last defender, and it was close at the time of the pass. I think if that ball had been just a split second sooner, Spasov might have been in. Gamster closed down by Almazan. Alzate. Nutmegs an opponent and gets it right back. Not sure he meant any of that, but it worked out for House. Almazan through the middle between players, and an unnecessary slide there by Santiago is going to gift House a corner. Again, the home side have not been making any chances out of their frequent set pieces in the first 35 minutes of this game. But here's a chance for them to accept a gift, much in the way that CZARNI Jaslo accepted one for the opener. Alzate, as usual, on corner duty. It'll be an in-swinger toward the far post. Punched away first time by Dominguez and then cleared. Only as far as Alzate again. Toward the far post again. Heads up, out of play. Referee says goal kick. Better delivery, though, by Alzate on that occasion. Szczesniak wins a... No, it's going to be last off of Szczesniak. A double deflection. We'll see it be a House throw-in in front of the CZARNI Jaslo bench. Kramer, back for Waddington. Hayes on the near side, closed down by Keita. Here's Almazan. Forward ball, looking for the run of Alzate. Almazan. Almazan skips by one defender, was cleared away. Hayes sends it forward, only finds Dominguez. Agboku battling there with Waddington and winning that battle. Agboku had a shot that was blocked by McLeod, who's able to find Alzate. But in the end, it's going to be a House free kick. Referee had played advantage for the foul by Agboku, none materialized. McLeod asking for a yellow card for Agboku kicking the ball away, but when you kick it right off the metal bleacher base that's 3 yards out of bounds, it's hard to argue that that caused a significant delay in play. Almazan cutting inside onto his right foot, playing it through for Iamarino. Perfect ball. Iamarino will get there first. No, Dominguez got a touch, but Iamarino puts it in the open goal And no, the offside flag is up. It will not count. Still, great initial goalkeeping, you'd have to say, by Dominguez to get a touch on it, but the awareness by Iamarino to know that the goal was just open. But once again, the offside flag denies House. Their forwards have been right on the edge in this first half. Is an equalizer getting closer? Under 10 minutes to go of normal time in this first half. 1-0 on an 18-minute Alex Gomez penalty. Alzate couldn't hold on to possession there. Keita shaking off the challenge of Alzate and winning a throw-in. It's been cool to see that Ronald McDonald House has remained the front of shirt sponsor, if you will. Sponsor doesn't feel like quite the right word for Chicago House. Began as a fundraising campaign during the Open Cup run. Smith and Iamarino exchanging passes. Alzate, first time ball, just scooping it out toward the far side. Spasov putting on the pressure. Szczesniak left with no choice but to head it out of play for a House throw. A.R. Smith. Iamarino, not quite on the same page there with Kramer, and this will be a goal kick. Elsewhere in the Chicago soccer landscape, things not going well in Bridgeview. The Red Stars trailed the North Carolina Courage 3-0 in the 51st minute. Meanwhile, the Fire and the Columbus Crew knotted at zeros 36 minutes in at Soldier Field. Throw in for CZARNI Jaslo on the far side. Urrieta backing in to McLeod. Coming together there on the far side. Will be another free kick for the home side. Taking quickly and taking short. Chacon chipping it forward. Spasov knocking it down. Alzate just over the top. One of the better looks House have had. Just too much loft on that one by John Alzate. Good center forward work, though, by Spasov to chest that down to his teammate. The two big men for CZARNI Jaslo, Gamster and Agboku colliding. Almazan won't quite keep this in play. Almazan, who of course made history a couple years ago. He became the first Midwest Premier League player to have a transfer fee paid for his services when he joined House then in Nisa from Steel City, who are based in Joliet. House are out there for their last game in the Joliet Slammers baseball stadium. Gomez finding Gamster. Agboku battling with Chacon. The two number 15s doing battle. Agboku doesn't quite keep that ball in along the end line. It will be a goal kick. Under 5 minutes plus stoppage time left here in this first half. Under pressure there and doing well was McLeod. But that long ball won't find any teammates. Dominguez taking his time. Chacon winning that header out of the air. Nice pass there by McLeod to find Alzate in the pocket. Here's A.R. Smith. Spasov dropping into space. Spasov, great challenge there by Gamster as that ball was looking for Almazan. Gomez taking over. Shaflarski, Almazan working his way back and poking the ball loose. Hayes Well done there. A full team effort by House to win that ball back. Smith room to turn. Kramer chipping that ball long. No one had made the run. Iamarino is going to give it a shot down toward the corner, and in the end, he'll give away a free kick. McLeod able to win that ball at midfield. Alzate back for McLeod. Once again, it's Gomez who seems to be at the center of everything, almost giving that one away. Sliding challenge to win it back by Alzate. Smith, Iamarino, referee playing advantage. Still Iamarino looked for Alzate. Iamarino still. Almazan cutting onto his right. The shot is off the crossbar. Did Dominguez get a touch? I don't think so. The referee agrees. It's a goal kick. That is the position Damon Almazan wants to be in, cutting in on that right foot and looking to curl one. Once again, House go close, but still trail here in the 43rd minute. Boku couldn't control that one, but it's given right back away to guess who? Gomez. Chipping it down the far side. Great outside of the boot pass there from Marmolejo. Gomez again popping up somewhere different. To the near side, here's Keita. Keita will send it back the other way. Header one out of the air by Waddington. Only cleared though as far as David Shiflarski. I think Alex Gomez, number 4 in white, has already run several miles in this first half. And he's got a goal to be rewarded with for his immense effort. Szczesniak working down the far side. One-on-one here with Kramer. Szczesniak wins a free kick. And a dangerous opportunity here for CZARNI Jaslo late in this first half. And that was an awkward fall. Lukas Szczesniak has gone down holding his right knee. And a yellow card was just produced, I believe, for Kramer as well. So Jack Kramer becomes the first House player in the book tonight. And now an opportunity for CZARNI Jaslo to look to double their lead. Only 2 minutes are going to be added on to stoppage time, despite the fact that I would have expected much more, but often in the Midwest Premier League, you don't see as much as you expect. Free kick right into the wall was blocked by Iamarino, and the follow-up soars over the bar and out for a goal kick.
The clock is past 90 minutes, and official time is being kept on the field. The fourth official has indicated that a minimum of 2 minutes of extra time in the second half.
Chacon. Waddington, as we are now into that minimum of 2 minutes of added time. Halterman. Maybe one last opportunity here for House to look to get forward and create one more chance to try to equalize here late in the first half. Flicked on there by Iamarino. McLeod heads it back forward. Spasov jumping forward, lands at his feet. Still Spasov knocks it forward. And it looked like he might have caught a stray cleat, I should say. The referee blows for halftime. And I don't even know if that was the minimum of 2 minutes, but we are at the break either way. It is a 1-0 lead for CZARNI Jaslo at the break. An 18th minute penalty kick by Alex Gomez, the difference so far. Damon Almazan late in the half hit the crossbar. That is the closest the hosts have come. The players and we will take a break for halftime. You're watching Midwest Premier League action with Chicago House AC. We'll be back soon for the second half. Waiting on the referee's signal is Marcin Keita. And the second half is underway. Immediately, Georgi Spasov shot out of a cannon into the press. The House striker launched long. Too heavy a first touch there by Marmolejo. Szczesniak back for Gomez, and now Szczesniak again. Marmolejo turning inside, finding space, cutting to the middle. Shooting opportunity is dragged just wide. The left-footed shot by Jared Urueta had Tony Halterman rooted to the spot. That could have just rolled inside the post for 2-0 and would have been a perfect start to the second half for CZARNI Jaslo. Luckily for the home team, though, the ball bounced just wide of the target. Chacon finding Waddington. Kramer. Iamarino wins a throw-in. And now, once again, we've got a CZARNI Jaslo player who's down on the turf. Trying to see who it is who has been stricken at the moment. It looks like it's one of the center backs, number 19, Manuel Santiago. Santiago helped back to his feet. Waddington with the crossfield ball, looking for A.R. Smith. No, excuse me, looking for Daniel Hayes, the left back, who's wide to the far side. Hayes looking across. That was blocked uncomfortably by, I believe that is Zach Gamster. And sometimes you just get unlucky with where a cross like that hits you. Gamster might need a moment to collect himself. Immediately over to ask how he is Keita. But time bleeding off the clock will not be a hindrance to CZARNI Jaslo, given the lead. Training staff briefly coming out to have a word with the Gamster here. Good to see Gamster get back to his feet. May have to come out of the game very briefly because a stoppage was required to attend to him. Georgi Spasov says, thank you very much for the water. So Gamster briefly to the sidelines, but I imagine he'll be waved right back on. Drop ball, House in possession. They'll play it back here for McLeod. Kramer, crossfield ball, looking for Almazan. Good first touch for Damon in some space. Tackled away initially by Keita, who's filling in as an emergency right back while Gamster is still off the field. Meanwhile, could we have a yellow card here against House? As pulled down was Urueta. And certainly I think that qualifies as not playing the ball and stopping an attack. So I'm surprised that the yellow card is not being produced here for whoever committed the foul. And it looks like Urueta's in some pain now. Gamster is about to be waved back on the far side, but CZARNI Jaslo might have other problems. Urueta, who just moments into this second half came inches away from doubling the visitors' lead. And still, CZARNI Jaslo players asking the question, where's the yellow card? Now the captain, Luka Szczesniak, getting involved and having his say. No cards for anyone for the moment, as Gomez stands over the free kick right at midfield. Swinging it to the far side was looking for Keita, but it was easily won out of the air by Hayes. Hayes under pressure there from Gamster, giving away to Keita. Keita around one defender, and it's going to be another free kick. This time it's Daniel Hayes who commits the infraction. More time runs off the clock, and another set-piece opportunity coming for CZARNI Jaslo. And now we've got a yellow card produced. Daniel Hayes goes into the book. He's the second house player to be booked, number 21. And I'm trying to see if once again, is that Urueta, who's again found himself on the ground. Excuse me, this time it's Marcin Keita who is limping as he gets back to his feet. A few subs going through their paces for both teams. As Gomez prepares for yet another set-piece delivery. Gomez looking to swing this in with his left foot. Toward goal, claimed by Halterman. Halterman looking to get House going in a hurry, but Gomez, who's covering half the field tonight, it feels like, intercepts before shooting wide from a long way out. Chacon played that against the back of Keita. McLeod looking to play it over the top, too strong, and easily claimed by Daniel Dominguez. Dominguez making sure to take a few extra seconds off the clock, only in the 53rd minute, but every few seconds does matter and add up in the end. Especially when we saw in the first half only 2 added minutes a time, when I think we would have expected 4 or 5. A.R. Smith knocking that back forward. Agboku trying to get in behind here is Marmolejo, but in the end it'll roll for Halterman. Almazan. Alzate into the feet of Spasov, giving and going. Alzate again, but it was well read and closed down there by the CZARNI Jaslo midfield. Another ball played in behind will simply be cleared out for a House throw-in. Was David Shaflarski doing some good defending in midfield there for CZARNI Jaslo. Bouncing ball forward, stooping to head it is Gamster. Could fall here for Iamarino onto his left. Still Iamarino, great sliding challenge, and then the shot by Almazan is sliced high and wide. What an effort defensively by Mike Shaflarski to make himself big and deny the opportunity for Damian Iamarino to set up on his left foot for a shot. 10 minutes gone almost now in this second half as CZARNI Jaslo continue to lead 1-0. I'm Alex Campbell with you from DePaul College Prep on the north side of Chicago. A busy night in town. In addition to the soccer, the Grateful Dead are performing their second of their weekend shows at Wrigley Field. Kramer winning that header. Szczesniak into the foot of Marmolejo. Reclaimed, though, by Elias McLeod. Iamarino back for Kramer. Waddington blasting this ball toward the far side where Almazan duels with the much taller Zach Gamster, who clears, but only as far as Chacon. Chacon again looking long. Iamarino again making a diagonal run. That's a dangerous header. Dominguez is scrambling, but in the end he's able to claim it. Spasov and Iamarino putting the pressure on, but in the end, the header back by Santiago got the job done. Santiago sending this one forward. Looking for Ogboku. Still no substitutions for either side as of yet. As I mentioned in the first half, it's a much more extensive bench tonight for Chicago House than for CZARNI Jaslo. Alzate dispossessed. Marmolejo goes over. Free kick for the visitors. Some House fans less than pleased with the call, as Garcia and Szczesniak stand in the vicinity, but it looks like it'll be Gomez again. He'll take it short to Szczesniak, and the referee says not so fast. So with the element of surprise gone, Garcia will just swing this into the penalty area, right to Halterman. And the referee is going to call a free kick. Foul committed by Ogboku as a House player is down in the middle of the penalty area. Looks like a stray arm maybe catching a House player. Believe that is Pau Mateo Chacon, who ended up on the deck. Now an animated discussion as Chacon's back to his feet. Blairy starts from Halterman. Looks like Chicago House are preparing to make a couple of substitutions. Keep an eye on that. You can see Shannon Seymour getting ready to come into the game. Dominguez has got to be careful there. He's very deliberately trying to avoid picking the ball up and redistributing it as much as he can, but there's been a couple times he's almost handed it right to a House player. Headed away there by Waddington. Here's A.R. Smith. Haven't called his name much in this second half. Nice header on. Here's Spasov. It was Iamarino who found him. Georgi Spasov. Crossing. Blocked. Calls for handball. Referee says no. A.R. Smith gives it away. Charging the other way now. Here come CZARNI Jaslo. Is that a play for a throw-in on the near side? It was Urueta who couldn't quite find the pass. Sent forward by Gomez again, and it was a volleyed effort there. What a chance for Urueta at the far post. I think Chacon thought that ball was soaring out of play. Maybe Halterman did as well, and in the end, it was Urueta meeting it with the top of his boot, just not able to keep it on target. Waddington giving room all the way to midfield. Urueta again. Pulled back by Smith. Referee keeping an eye on the situation and awards the free kick. Shannon Seymour on the bench now in conversation with head coach Matt Poland. And Seymour will be the game's first change. Nice turn there by Agboku, battling with Chacon. Agboku goes down. Referee says no. And it's a goal kick. House are going to make a double change. Seymour's been joined by someone else on the far sideline. Spasov making the run forward. One-on-one there with Santiago. Iamarino. Leaving it for Spasov. Georgi Spasov across the top of the box. Almazan. Damon on his left. 3 defenders in his face. Almazan. Turning, crossing. Spasov over the top. A good challenge put in by Santiago to deny what looked like it was going to be a tap, and it's a corner kick in the end. Santiago preventing the equalizer. Some of the best defending we've seen tonight. And CZARNI Jaslo are also going to make a sub. So we'll have Georgi Spasov coming out of the game. This is swung in. Iamarino couldn't control it. It could be a break the other way. Charging forward comes Szczesniak. Well done, though, by Damon Almazan to get back and break that up. Referee will stop things now, and here come the substitutions. Spasov and Almazan. No, excuse Spasov and Hayes are going off. Almazan's switching positions, so Spasov and Hayes are out. Shannon Seymour is in. And we've got a change up front as well. This House are changing their formation up a bit, it looks like, going to go to a more aggressive 4-4-2. Alejandro Mentasti has also come in. 6'1" forward from Buenos Aires, Argentina. And CZARNI Jaslo in the midst of that made a change as well. Marcin Keita has gone off, and he's been replaced by David Mikolajczyk. House on the attack. They're playing basically a 4-4-2 now. Damon Almazan is a left midfielder, and Damian Iamarino is a right midfielder, with Alzate playing in a front 2 with Mentasti. Seymour, the former Northwestern Wildcat, back in his collegiate days. Meanwhile, Mentasti played his college ball at Culver Stockton. Played in USL League 2 for the Chicago Dutch Lions last year. It's out of play for a House throw-in on the far side. 63rd minute now, as the home team continue to look for an equalizer. And head coach Matt Poland making some aggressive substitutions in pursuit of that. Smith, Almazan. Almazan one-on-one there with Mikolajczyk. Given away, though, and just kept in play. Almazan trying to fight back there against Urueta. Throw in for CZARNI Jaslo on the far side. Trying to hold that up is Agboku. And that cross is straight behind. No, it will be a corner. Was deflected out by, I believe, one of the new arrivals into the game. Believe that was, actually, I don't know who's playing left back now that I think about it. It was somebody who was playing in midfield before. I believe it's now Elias McLeod, who's dropped into the back line. Gomez preparing to take this corner for CZARNI Jaslo. In swinger, bouncing to the near post and cleared away by Chacon. Swing and a miss there by Szaflarski. No pressure on him for the moment, though, as he sends it back forward. Trying to chest that one down was his brother Mike, but the offside flag is up. Meanwhile, at Soldier Field, Cucho Hernandez has scored for Columbus. They lead the Fire 1-0. Nice turn by Shannon Seymour. Looking to slip it through. Can A.R. Smith get on the end of it? Smith, still A.R. Smith, captain's goal! 1-1. What an effort by the man with the armband as he wills that ball into the bottom corner, and House have equalized here in the 65th minute. The man who scored the goal to equalize against Forward Madison in the Open Cup. A man for the moment for the Chicago House side. He's found the equalizing goal. And just like that, 25 minutes plus stoppage time to go, we've got a new game. The turn by Shannon Seymour, what an impact sub he's been. A.R. Smith just willed his way to get on the end of that. And after shouldering off an opponent, passed the ball into the bottom corner. CZARNI Jaslo have made another change. Number 6, Nathan Solarski is into the game. And it looks like he's going to go in at left back. And number 7, Luka Szczesniak, is going to step forward to the left wing position. So I believe that means it is number 2, Anthony Marmolejo, who has subbed off. But the attacking substitutions from Matt Poland have an immediate effect. Could they bear more fruit here as trying to chase this one down as Mentasti? Iamarino leaving it for Kramer. Seymour. Ball played long, well over the head of Agboku, who was expecting it to his chest or feet. You could just see when you watch Shannon Seymour play, he epitomizes the phrase in soccer that form is temporary but class is permanent. He has a class left foot, and we saw that on that assist. That ball deflects awkwardly, and reacting well to it was Santiago. Referee had blown his whistle already, though. So the change that House made, actually, is they're basically playing a back 3 right now with Almazan and Iamarino as wingbacks and Elias McLeod as a very defensive midfielder. Not dissimilar to the way Manchester City have played this season as they fluidly switch between a back 4 and a back 3 comprised of nominally 4 center backs. Full-time in Bridgeview, North Carolina Courage 5, Chicago Red Stars 0. And after consultation with the assistant referee, the referee is going to show a yellow card to Jeffrey Agboku. Assistant referee must have seen something the center referee did not. A.R. Smith almost playing as a left back at the moment, fading out to the far side. Much more fluid shape than the pretty straight-up 4-3-3 House we're playing for the first hour. Breaking that one up was McLeod. Trying to get free Chacon. How about that for a center back? Referee plays an advantage. Chacon gives it away. And just too much time had elapsed to bring that back for a free kick. It's booted the other way, but this is all Tony Halterman's. Again, A.R. Smith basically at left back here in build-up. Maybe that's a new assignment after he scored the equalizing goal instead of the very, very aggressive 3-5-2 House we're playing there until the equalizer. Kramer into the feet there of Mentasti, but the give and go doesn't quite find Seymour at the other end of it. How will CZARNI Jaslo respond? This game didn't really change state at all from minute 18 to minute 60 as the offside flag is up on the near side against Mentasti. Shannon Seymour, interestingly, was a teammate of Damon Almazan at Steel City. However, briefly, I'm not sure if they would have had time to play together before Almazan's move in early 2021. Mentasti leaving it there for Iamarino. And now Kramer. House looking calmer in possession now, much as they did in the early stages of this game. Seymour looking ahead for Alzate. Ball will bounce to Iamarino. Ball's been stuck along this near sideline for a while now. Mentasti looks for the crossfield ball, was hoping for Almazan. In the end, it bends straight at Daniel Dominguez. 20 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Long ball brought down, as usual, by Agboku. And in the end, it's a free kick for House. Foul by Agboku. Pulling back Elias McLeod. Agboku, who's one of those players on a yellow, has to be careful. Should note that Jack Kramer is the only House player on the field right now with a yellow card. Manuel Santiago also has one for CZARNI JASLO. Szczesniak goes down on the edge of the penalty area. Referee doesn't indicate anything. Play goes on. Szczesniak still down just outside the 18-yard box. That cross is way up and over the top. Goal kick. Szczesniak back to his feet. Chacon once again allowed to dribble out from the back. A.R. Smith. Smith in behind. Mentasti's on it. The flag has stayed down. Mentasti, big save by Dominguez. Corner kick for House and a big, big save by Dominguez to keep this game level. Sub upcoming for CZARNI JASLO won't be made yet, but it's going to be Amir Hato, I believe, coming in. Corner kick swung in. Kramer. Agboku, the striker, is going to be the man coming out. And we're actually going to see a House sub first. This is interesting. Damian Iamarino's night is over. He certainly made a nuisance of himself to the CZARNI JASLO defense on that right flank, but given the state of the game, there's a lot of attackers out there right now for Chicago House, and I wonder if Matt Poland is just looking to balance things back out a bit. So we'll see who the new player coming in for House is. Meanwhile, a corner kick on the near side. Outswinger headed back. Here's that new player, his first touches. Number 20, Aaron Wynn. That's cleared away, though, by the defense. So Wynn replaces Iamarino. Aaron Wynn just graduated from UIC, has one of the better collegiate pedigrees on this House team. 62 games, 61 of them starts over his 4 years there. Damon Almazan could be in behind. Almazan to the end line looking to cross, and it's cut out there and cleared away by Solarski. House looking increasingly dangerous since that equalizer. Will either side find a breakthrough? Chacon clearing that, but only as far as Urueta. A.R. Smith swarmed by defenders. How about that move? Just totally faked out Mikolajczyk with that fake pass or clearance. Meanwhile, Urueta slow to get back to his feet there. Kramer looking to play the ball through. Sliding stop there by Mike Saflarski. And then a foul committed by Wynn. Free kick for the visitors here in the 75th minute of play. We're going to have a substitution, as entering the match is number 14, Amir Hato, and he replaces number 15, Jeffrey Ogboku. We'll have to see if that's a straight swap up front. Initial impression is that it's going to be. Free kick taken short. Mike Shaflarski sending it through a crowd and finding a teammate. Turning shot is high and wide. And that's the new man, Hato, acquainting himself with the match. Seymour, first time ball to Kramer on the near side. Kramer chipping it, looking for Almazan. Flag is up. "14 minutes plus stoppage time to go. 1-1 here at DePaul College Prep in this Midwest Premier League Heartland Division matchup. House come into the night in 10th place on 4 points. CZARNI Jaslo in 3rd with 6, so it's a very crowded standings. Lots of parity in the Midwest Premier League Heartland this year. Some of the teams who struggled last season have certainly improved, and the gap between the best and the rest has closed more and more every year. Long ball for Mentasti to chase. Well dealt with initially, though, by Solarski, who's had a couple strong defensive interventions since subbing into the game. Here's Hato. David Shavlarski. David is Mike's younger brother. Mentasti looking to turn, and it's going to be a free kick. Good center forward play there by Mentasti. Foul committed by Mike Shaflarski. And walking about 10 yards too far forward and taking that free kick was Elias McLeod. Play resuming here in the 78th minute. Good step there by Manuel Santiago. Chipped forward. Hato's going to try to get on the end of this. Chacon will shield him away as Halterman collects. Tony Halterman really hasn't had a save to make in this game. The only goal on a penalty kick where he just guessed the wrong way. Seymour with space to turn. Seymour left it short of A.R. Smith. Smith indicating he was hoping for that ball to be played over the top. Ball deflecting to the far side. It will be a CZARNI Jaslo throw. And a CZARNI Jaslo player has sat down here. Time continues to tick on. No sub is being immediately readied, as far as I can tell, by the visitors. There is a player in conversation with Mac Orlowski on the far side. Once again, that was Jared Urueta. Not the first time we've seen him down tonight. Throw in by Gamster. Hato trying to turn, but it's a house throw. Chacon just booting it forward, hoping for the run here of Mentasti. Mentasti trying to turn in behind. Flag stays down. Mentasti's shot is wide. Continuing to get into dangerous positions, though, Alejandro Mentasti. House are going to make another change. That is the end of the night for John Alzate. It looks like he's going to be replaced by Isaiah Gallegos Munoz. Number 28. 19-year-old from Plainfield, Illinois. Has played some in Spain. His most recent club before this was the U23 team of Alamunecar City in Spain. Bombing forward from defense is Solarski. That's headed away by McLeod. Throw in on the near side for CZARNI Jaslo, who are preparing another substitution. 10 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Taken away, first involvement for Gallegos Munoz, but he gives it right away to Gomez. David Shiflarski. Gamster. Far side, this is Mikolajczyk. Gamster under some pressure, got to be careful. Mentasti is on the chase as this goes back to Dominguez. Easy header for Smith, but he can't find a teammate. Mikolajczyk, just too heavy a touch there. Substitution coming for CZARNI Jaslo. No, in fact, it's going to wait. Or not. Didn't see who left the field for CZARNI Jaslo. 16 has gone off. Not surprising, Jared Urueta, given the couple of bumps he's taken tonight. New man in the game is number 8, Giovanni Villegas. Kramer just stretching out and giving that one away. Here's Gomez. Looking down the near side, trying to run onto this one is Hato. Seymour. Gomez, wanted to push. Gallegos Munoz off to the races up against Solarski. Solarski back to his goalkeeper, who's got to be careful here, Dominguez. Showing composure right back to Solarski. Gallegos Munoz, though, picks his pocket. Cutting back on his left, Gallegos Munoz crossing to the middle. A.R. Smith was lurking and it was cleared. And then a foul by McLeod. Free kick, CZARNI Jaslo. And a yellow card is out for Kramer. That's his second. At least it should be. Kramer was shown a yellow card in the first half. Or maybe I was mistaken there. I thought Kramer had been shown a yellow in the first half, but it must have gone to someone else. Daniel Hayes picked one up. Oh, and there is the red card. Nope, so the ref didn't realize it, and someone had to remind him. Someone had to remind him that Kramer was already on a yellow card, and Jack Kramer has been sent off. So Kramer is off. House will play 7 minutes plus stoppage time with 10 men. At the moment, it looks like Damon Almazan is going to fill in as a right back. And now you've got to think, if you're House, you will gladly take the point. That comes with the draw tonight. And CZARNI Jaslo would be disappointed if they can't find a winner. Referee is not ready for play to resume yet. He's adding the time on, he says. We'll have to see how much added time we get at the end of this. So a red card in the 82nd minute shown to Jack Kramer. Hato. Villegas. Left it short and charging the other way. This is Elias McLeod. Left it short, though. I think he was looking for Gallegos Munoz. Wide down the near side. This is Solarski bombing forward. His cross is up and over everyone. A.R. Smith slowing things down. McLeod. Put it behind Smith. Villegas. Gomez. Still Gomez. Battling there. Almazan can't get it clear. Gomez crossing to the far post. And I think we've got a foul called first. Free kick for House here in the 85th minute. Seymour, House still looking pretty aggressive here, and there's space down the far side. This is Wynn pushing forward. Wynn to the middle, left it behind his attacking options. End-to-end stuff right now as hurdling a challenge from McLeod was Gomez. No contact. Gallegos Munoz now. Back and forth we go. Still Gallegos Munoz. Nowhere to go. Through for Mentasti, flags up. He was a good 2 or 3 yards offside there when he put his hand up for the ball. In this limited amount of time, can CZARNI Jaslo make their man advantage count? Down the far side, cross to the middle, headed partially clear. The shot is held by Halterman. Shot came from Hato, driving it low, but right at the housekeeper. Gallegos Munoz leaving it for A.R. Smith. And Smith will scamper forward. Smith surrounded by defenders, tried to chip it ahead. It was chested down and cleared by Mike Shaflarski. Gomez tangling with Smith again. Villegas back to Gomez. Nice work there on the far side by Mikolajczyk. The captain, Lukas Szczesniak. Running at Almazan, the makeshift right back. Still Szczesniak. And Damon acquitting himself well and launching that out of play for a throw. Looks like CZARNI Jaslo might make one last late substitution. That change. Looks like they were going to make it now, but instead, I think they're content to let time run off the clock. And taking his time getting to the other side of the field is Lukas Szczesniak. He will depart. His time continues to tick and tick and tick. And I'm almost surprised the referee has not encouraged Szczesniak to leave the field quicker. Here in the 88th minute. Trying to spy the number of the new man on the field. I'm sure we'll see it here in a moment as he gets the ball. It's curved in and easily claimed by Halterman. Looks like number 3, but I don't see a 3 on the roster. So I'm not sure who the mystery man is who's come into this match. I do have a number 3. I just missed it right on the paper in front of me. Dino Miljevic is the new man on the field, playing on the left wing. '89th minute now. Can House ride out the storm of that 82nd minute red card? A.R. Smith, I don't think wanted the ball that quickly from Aaron Wynn. This is just launched down to the near side. Kept in, though, by Gallegos Munoz. Almazan, Gallegos Munoz again. Shipping it down the near sideline, Almazan. Broken up by Solarski. But Almazan wins it back for House. As we tick toward the 90th minute. Gallegos Munoz leaving it off here for McLeod. Smith. Run being made by Gallegos Munoz. Gallegos Munoz trying to get their first shoulder-to-shoulder with Solarski. Still Gallegos Munoz pushing and shoving. Would it be a free kick? Yes, it will. Free kick for House right outside the penalty area. Big opportunity here. House unlikely to get a better one here as we're in the 90th minute. Apologies for any language you might have heard from the crowd. Shannon Seymour all alone over this one. 90th minute, set piece here for Chicago House. Can they steal 2 points here tonight and win it for the home team? Seymour to take. Lifting it to the middle, header flicked on and away. Seymour again will have a go through the crowd. That's blocked by Santiago, who clears. Into the 90th minute and into stoppage time. Flicked on, Seymour is offside. Four minutes of added time, says the referee. Again, maybe less than you would have expected. Gamster back here for Mike Shiflarski. Gamster scampering down the far side with those long strides, but his pass too strong for Villegas. Chacon into the feet of Mentasti, who's able to turn. A.R. Smith. Almazan. Almazan ahead, and Gallegos Munoz just wasn't making the run that Almazan expected. 1 minute gone of the minimum of 4. Meanwhile, Jordan Shaqiri has scored an 88th minute equalizer for the Chicago Fire. It's 1-1 at Soldier Field. Will this end 1-1? Or will the dying moments feature a winning goal? Header won there by McLeod. Gallegos Munoz. Almazan. Dueling there with Miljevic. Still Damon Almazan. Here's A.R. Smith. Smith chipping it forward, hoping for Seymour. Good header won by Santiago. Villegas. Taken away by A.R. Smith. The house captain has just impressive reserves of energy. It's largely down to pure effort that he scored the equalizer. Gallegos Munoz now. Still Gallegos Munoz, not falling for the fakes and standing his ground with Santiago. Miljevic now, as we've played 2 of the minimum of 4 added minutes. Is that a foul by A.R. Smith? It is, and he will be shown a yellow card as time continues to tick. Not too many complaints there from the house captain. Launched forward by Alex Gomez. Up and over everyone, is chasing it to the corner is Mikolajczyk. Battling there with Wynn. It will be a goal kick. So we approach 3 minutes played of the minimum of 4. And the referee blows full time less than 3 minutes into stoppage time, despite indicating 4 minutes of a minimum. But sometimes that's just the way it goes. It ends all square here in Midwest Premier League play. CZARNI JASLO 1, Chicago House 1. The opening goal scored by Alex Gomez for the visitors from the penalty spot in the 18th minute. But in the second half, in the 60th minute, it was the captain, A.R. Smith, who equalized for Chicago House to tie up the score. Right back Jack Kramer was sent off for a second yellow card in the 82nd minute, but it did not prove to be an advantage that CZARNI JASLO could take advantage of. So it ends 1-1. I believe we'll have a brief post-game interview with a member of Chicago House here in a few minutes, but for now, that is the end of the game action. We'll see you down on the field in a few moments to wrap things up.